Superheroes teach students at Black Hawk Elementary School in Freeport how to beat the greatest supervillain their teeth will face, plaque. Captain Supergrin, Terry Tooth Fairy, and Kaz Cavity swooped in as part of Delta Dental of Illinois Foundation's Smiles program. Every student went home with a goodie bag equipped with toothbrushes, toothpaste, and dental floss. November 1st, the Land of Smiles team will assemble at Center Elementary School. In its 16-year run, the program has protected the teeth of more than 600,000 students and turned them into dental heroes of their own.
In Illinois, around 40% of elementary school children miss school at some point during their time at school because of oral health problems. And so our focus is to help mediate that, to help lessen that, so they have the resources and give them resources to learn better how to take care of themselves.